In a bid to promote Atmanirbhar Bharat, the government's procurement portal, Government e-Marketplace, has made it mandatory for sellers to mention country of origin on products they wish to sell through the platform. We have my colleague Hina joining us on the broadcast. Let's go across to her. It's a significant move. Remember, many appreciated Prime Minister's call for Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local.
That's right. And after that, another big development happened. That was on 15th of June at the Galwan Valley, the face-off that happened between India and China. And after that, certain quarters of the society started demanding that Chinese products should be boycotted. So there was a call to boycott Chinese goods. Now, keeping those kind of sentiments in mind, government today has taken a firm decision to give another push to Make in India. Now, what is very, very important that it is a government's marketplace that connects sellers to buyers, in which government has added a very special feature in which the sellers will have to mention the country of origin for any kind of a product that they will be registering. Now that is going to be very, very important, and it is in line with the sentiment that we are witnessing in the society. We are talking about US, which is focusing on America first. India as well has now started acknowledging the need to put India first, Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, make not just for India but for the world as well, but it should be in India. Now all the new will be registered under this portal will have to mention the country of the products which are already registered will be given a reminder call, by this entire system, and they will have to give details. So this is a big step that has been taken. All those who were calling for boycott China are clearly welcoming this move by the government.
Absolutely. It informs the buyers the kind of products they are going to purchase on this portal and where those products are coming from. At this point in time, there are about 3,94,461 sellers on this government market portal.
That's right. And what is important is that the products that are already registered, in case they do not make the required change, as in case in a time-bound manner, if these goods are not updated with their details like country of origin, then they will be removed from this portal. This is another information that has been given by the government today, and it clearly shows how government is firm now to push its Make in India, and perhaps this is the biggest decision of this kind that the government has taken to promote a scheme like Make in India, which was launched when the Narendra Modi government came to power back in 2014. Of course, work was being done on it slowly and gradually, but this looks like the biggest push so far that the government has taken, because on its own marketplace now the sellers will have to tell what the country of origin of the product is. If they do not do it, then their product will be removed. So the government is not saying that you cannot put products from made in a particular country or which have an origin from a particular country, but this is giving the buyers to make a choice that they can pick and choose whichever product they want. So in case buyers want to buy something that is Make in India, which is government's push as well, then they will have the choice to do so.
Absolutely. Hina, thank you very much for joining us with those details. We also have Sonam Wangchuk joining us on the broadcast. Innovator Sonam Wangchuk, remember, was the one who first gave that call of boycotting Chinese products and spoke about wallet power over bullet power. Now, my first question to you, sir, is a lot of development happening and being reported in the administrative level, and the government is mulling more customs duty. There are contracts that are being scrapped or terminated. What is your reaction upon seeing all this?
Well, my call was mainly for citizens' action. I didn't so much bank on government action, because governments have many limitations, bindings to international protocols like WTO and so on, and there can be counter actions also for government. So I'm sure government is considering all those things. My call was mainly for citizens, because citizens in this case are customers of Chinese products, and customers are kings. Nobody can force, coerce, or dictate customers. They can't go complain anywhere. They can't, take countermeasures against citizens. And therefore, I hope things have been thought through. But what will be most effective, I still feel, is that citizens' action out of an awareness of what this regime is doing. And when citizens are aware and awake, governments cannot go very far away on a different path. So, really, at the bottom, grassroots, it's the citizens. So, my
Right.
call is more for citizens.
Right. You know, our markets are flooded with Chinese products and they are in demand because they are cheap. Do you think one fine day, and it caters to a lot of customers, all type of customers. So you think one fine day, you know, all of a sudden we will stop using Chinese products, or will that happen in a phase-wise manner?
Yes, so exactly. It may not be possible abruptly, and these emotional outbursts of breaking and throwing things is not the way to go. I think it has to be a sustained choice of consumers that we will not fall for slightly cheaper things which are made with a lot of negative scenario in the background. For example, you know, these are made with labor laws overlooked, human rights overlooked, environmental safeguards overlooked. So people have an ethical responsibility also. It is not just a price tag that something is little cheaper or little costlier. We don't buy things that are made with child labor. We don't buy things that have to do with cruelty to animals. So similarly, things that are made with human rights violations, environmental violations, and in India's case, direct border, bullying, we can at least respond with our wallets, is what my contention.